And check me out. I'm in my jammies, guys. I had my dinner. I went out to eat dinner. I was trying to do brunch, but I couldn't find anywhere to have brunch. But now, this is me. This is where I will be spending the rest of my day. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Saturday, and I'm back once again for another opportunity to sit down with you guys and to inspire you into the new year. I hope everyone has started their day off happy, feeling good. It is a rainy morning here in Memphis, but it is unseasonably warm. It's like the lower 70s, which it was about 70 on Christmas, so it's kind of strange. It doesn't even feel like the holiday to have these type of temperatures, but it is what it is, and I'm enjoying the weather. I love the rain. I actually love sitting and listening to the rain. When I was a kid, my father had a screened-in porch on the house that we lived in the brief time that I lived with him when he was living in Chattanooga, and I remember sitting out on that porch when it would rain, and I used to like to hear the sound of the water when it would hit the roof, and sitting there looking at it through the screen porch. So I love the rain. It doesn't bother me. Some people get so bent out of shape, but I love the rain. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, and once again today, I hope you enjoyed my video on last night. I will have another video probably coming on New Year's Eve, and I wanted to just send this year off with a bang, with some inspiration. And guys, what I do here is just basic inspiration. I'm not a therapist, a doctor, or anything. It's just basic principles based on life lessons. That's what I share here. So I thank you guys for all of your comments and those who are encouraged by the things that I drop off. And I guess by now you would have saw the clip I showed you, just a brief clip of how my Christmas day went. It was that basic. So going forward, we're moving on to the next thing. But today I have a really special video. This video will be a little long. So this video is for my subscribers who enjoy the longer contents. Of course, you know I'm starting my morning off with my coffee. So when I have coffee, y'all know it's going to be a little time. So today we're going to talk about, I guess in keeping with the rhythm of going into the new year with recognizing positive relationships. We're talking about friendships and the different types of friendships and how to recognize those different types of friendships. So I'm going to give you a few ways for you to realize what type of friends you have in your life and to decide the ones you want to keep, the ones you want to give away. Because oftentimes, guys, there's just a lot of envying going on. When you have these relationships that seem to be sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. You know, you got to understand what they are. And so I'm going to give you some things that I've learned and some things that other people have shared with me about determining what type of people you have in your life and how to recognize that. So with that being said, I took some notes, as I always do. And I'm going to share that with you guys today. So we often have what they call flaky friends. How many of us have okay, here I go with my dyslexia again. With flaky friends. And I know all of us have experienced that. If we are not experiencing it right now, we still have these types of people in our life. And you just have to decide where they need to be placed. Sometimes it's not eliminating people from your life, but just knowing where they're, where they're supposed to be, their place in your life. So this might help you to recognize this if you see any signs in any of these. So flaky friends. So I have my spectacles so that I can see. So I'm going to look down occasionally. So flaky friends are those friends that will drop out of your plans. You make plans sometimes, and they're all for it. They're telling you, oh, we're going to be there, girl. I'm coming. What time is it? What we doing? Have you think that they're just down with you. They're going to be there. They're going to support you in this. They're ready to have a good time. And then they just drop out at the last minute. How many of us have those type of people? Now, of course, some of this could be genuine. Sometimes people have to drop out because of emergencies, things that happen. But y'all know the signs when you see these particular signs with a flaky friend. Okay. Next, in that group of flaky friends, they're always late. Okay? They will ditch your plans at the last minute to do something that's more exciting to them. Now, that happens to me. I have this one particular girlfriend. She's always sending me all of these events and things that are happening in and around the city. And, I don't dislike her. She's cool, but she's flaky. It is what it is. But Memphis has this app that will give you everything that'll happen for the entire year that's already pre-planned. So you can actually go on there and you can see the events month to month to month of what's happening. So I'll keep getting all these things. Let's go to this. Let's go to that. Let's go to this. And I'll get hyped about some of the things that are happening that I want to do. And then at the last minute, I'll go ahead and purchase my ticket. Well, I don't do it at the last minute. But I'll purchase my ticket, and at the last minute, she'll drop out because there was something else that was happening on that same day, maybe at a different time, but will overlap with that. And then she would just drop out, no notice. And then when I hit her up, hey girl, what time we going? Oh, I decided I want to do that. I'm doing something else. I'm going to this. Or, oh, this guy called me and he wanted to go on a date. I really want to go with him. No notice, no nothing. She just will drop out. Doesn't matter if we had to buy outfits for this or whatever. If we were traveling, just last minute, boom, no pre-notice, no nothing, just boom. That's a flaky friend. Watch out for those. Another friend is the drama queen. The drama queen. How many people have drama queens in their life? Sometimes you have drama queens in your family, but I definitely have some drama queens in my life as friends. Now, the drama queens have a way of inflating everything that's going on. It could be something so tiny, so small, but they will make a mountain out of a molehill, guys. They just make it bigger than life, and it's more important that anything that could possibly be happening to anybody in their lives, you got to pay attention to what is happening with them. It is more important than whatever you're going through. And it means you got to drop everything to pay attention to this. They often have dramatic behavior. Sometimes it can be childish behavior. And they just inflate things to a major crisis. And sometimes it's not even that. It's nothing. When you get to it, when you get through arguing about it, and someone asks you, well, what were you all upset about in the first place? And oftentimes you can't remember. Whenever you can't remember, that means it wasn't that important, right? So Everyone I know is subjected to a drama queen. You just got to know what place to put them in. So going into the new year, kind of evaluate your circle and the type of people you have. And not that you have to eliminate them. I'll say that once again, but just know where their place is, because these are the different types of friendships that you can often have in your life. Okay, guys, how about the competitor? How many people have competitive friends that any successes or anything that you have in your life or accomplishments that you have in your life, it's always seemed to be a competition. Sometimes you can get excited about something that you've achieved. And I'm not going to use this person's name. Well, this is actually, it's not a friend that I actually interact with that much anymore. Anyway, they live somewhere else and I don't actually see them, but I still won't use their name just out of respect. But every time that my children accomplished something or I acquired something in my life and I shared it, just being excited. Like when I was able to buy my first house, I was happy, guys. I had a house on an acre of land, and I was 38 maybe? Yeah. Had a house on an acre of land, and it was a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, split level, had 2 patios, one up top, one at the bottom. And I was just very happy, I know a lot of people do have a house in their 30s, but for me, that was an accomplishment. I was excited, sharing it, just proud of it. It was an older house, but it was mine. And, oh girl, honey, I'm about to buy this house, that is $500,000, da 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 da. Or if you were able to purchase a luxury car that you liked, which I've never really owned a luxury car, but I've had cars that I like, that I actually loved. And sharing that with them, yeah, I was able to get rid of that old car I got. Well, I'm getting ready to go buy me a Lexus. Oh, the big one, It was always a competition. Or if you met someone new, she met them previously 15 years ago and they tried to talk to them. And so it's like you are always afraid to share anything with them because it's always a competition. And they never congratulate you. That's another thing. A competitor friendship will not congratulate you. So watch out for that. If your children are excelling, like I have a child that's I'm very proud of. She's a single mother. She finished school. She put herself mainly most of the part through school. She did receive a scholarship through undergrad, but then she decided to go on further with education. And that's my daughter that I would be visiting this year in DC, and I'm going to vlog when I go there. And she's a paralegal. She's a senior paralegal working for this prominent law firm in DC, 3 blocks from the White House. I'm very proud of her. And as a mother, when your children are successful, you brag on them. You're like, oh my God, I'm so proud of her. Well, your friends usually congratulate you, right? They were like, oh God, that's great. I'm so happy for her. But no, this particular friend well, my daughter is doing this and she's doing that and this and this and this, which is okay. But how about just saying, congratulations, girl. I'm going to celebrate my friends. We're going to rock together when their children are achieving. I'm going to be like, go for it. I'm going to even hit up that child and say, I'm so proud of you, especially if I watch that child grow up. I'm going to show that, I'm proud of them. But watch out for those friends that will never congratulate you or your child on their successes. And even times that I posted certain things on social media, everyone will acknowledge it but that person. Watch out for the competitor friend. All right, then this is a special friend. That's the energy vampire. How many of you got energy vampires in your life? Going into the new year, guys, I think you have to try to evaluate what's priority, what friendships deserve the energy, and the ones that really don't. The energy vampire is a person that focuses on everything that's negative in the world. They never have anything positive to say about anything. Even when you try to encourage them when they're doing things in their lives, they have to find a way to say something negative about it, or their job perhaps, or I'm just sick of this and I'm not getting ahead. You know, we often, I think all of us at some point in life have had some job that we felt like was just a pit stop. It was just a means to an end, or a means to take care of that livelihood. And you had to do what you had to do because it was what you had to do in order to survive at that moment. But being negative about it 24/7 will sap the energy out of you guys. And every time I get around this particular friend, I have to prepare myself because I know that I'm going to leave with my energy low. And it's not good to just always feel like you're drained beyond measures whenever you get around a person that can never see anything positive about life. We know this world has corruption. We know this world has sadness. We know that this world has evil in it. But you got to find that glimmer of light so that you can continue to move. If you can't find light, how would you survive? This person is always cynical about everything. Even when you say something positive about something, they cannot come back with anything but negativity about it. Like, for instance, when I did my lock journey and I shared my reasons for wanting to lock my hair, I'm a very simple person, very simple. I live a simple life, and I'm not that glammed up girl. I don't feel the need to be curling and flat ironed and relaxing and perming my hair all the time. I like to get up and go. I'm one of those people that I want to be able to get up, bund up my hair, or pull it back in a ponytail, or put a little scrunchie around it and just be on the go. You know, I don't have time to be trying to curl and all of that. I've been there, done that. I did that when I was younger. But as I have gotten older, I noticed that I like a little more simple life. And it's nothing wrong with people. Let me put that out there. It's nothing wrong with people who like to glam up and do their hair and change their hairstyles all the time. But that's just not my lifestyle. But when I decided to lock my hair, this particular friend didn't have anything positive to say about it. It was like, you know, when you do that you'll probably have to cut your hair when you decide to change it. I don't understand why anybody would want to wear the same hairstyle every day. I don't understand why you would want to deal with that type of style. And I mean, just nothing positive to say. They were just zapping the energy out of my excitement of my new journey. So be careful about those people that are just drainers. They come around you feeling low. They're sad all the time. They don't see no successes coming to them, nothing positive that could happen in their life. They're just look like they're just on this path of just doom and gloom. And it could be that they're depressed, but sometimes you just have people that are miserable, and because they're miserable, you got to be miserable with them. So know their place in your life. And another friend that I've had in my life, and some of us may have been some of these things at some point, but when you grow and you learn how to be better, you do better, right? So I'm not going to say that I've never been any of these people, but I guess as you get older, you want to have positive energy and positive people around you, and this is how you keep your life moving forward in a positive way, by surrounding yourself with that. But how about the reckless friend? The reckless friend is this person that does not fear anything in life, and they take chances in dangerous situations. They're always subjecting themselves to situations that could be potentially dangerous and that could harm them or harm others. And that could be the friend that is still the party friend that loves to drink or do other recreational things, and they get out and they drive and put others at risk when they're driving, and they don't know where they're going, where they're coming from, and you could talk these people. I've had friends like that I've tried to take keys away from, and they would try to fight me, and it can be overwhelming, guys, to how this person. I've had people come to my home, and these were in my younger years, because I don't tolerate this now. Let's just put that out there. But come to my home because they were too intoxicated to drive further, and get them out the car, and they're throwing up all over me, all over my driveway, all over my house. The reckless friend, guys. And you as a friend, you love these people, you try to help them. You want to be there and be supportive, but at some point it can be so wearing and so draining on you guys. Or the ones that repeatedly get in these relationships that are not good for them, where it could be people who are married and they want to include you in these situations where they want to catch them lying. So they want you to ride with them to try to find them, with other women, or if it's a man, what, I don't know if men do this or not, but in my situation, it was women. They want to go find out if they're seeing other women. They want to sneak and see if they got people at their home, and they want you to hide in bushes and climb over fences and spying. And then they want to include you in this, call them up and pretend you're a woman, like you like them. And the reckless friend, guys, is an energy drainer as well. And when you mature and you get to this level of peace in your life, that type of behavior just can't tolerate anymore. So if you're a woman that have friendships like that, guys, going into New Year, let's kind of evaluate where the place is for these people, because I have a lot of associates and I don't recognize them as my friend, as my circle, as my group, and when you're trying to live a balanced life, you have to surround yourself with these people that's going to help you be elevated, that's going to encourage you, because sometimes I need encouragement, and I need people who can help me elevate, who can tell me things, or they see me, making mistakes, or who can point me in directions of things that I might not have thought about. But if you continually surround yourself with these people who are dangerous, that are reckless, guys, you will never elevate yourself. If you're trying to move forward and do better each year, you're supposed to be trying to get better with your life. You got to know who to be around and who not to be around. That doesn't mean you don't love people. That don't mean you stop praying for them. You don't stop trying to encourage them. But sometimes you just can't be hanging in those circles with these types of, friendships. Sometimes you got to know the places that they belong in. And finally, I want to talk about the fair weather friend. That friend that's kind of sometimey, and you have to call them all the time. They never respond in a timely manner. And I know people have busy lives, but if I call you today, it's Saturday, and I don't hear from you for a week or 2 weeks, but if I see you out or see pictures or social media and you're having a great time and, doing things with other people, and you just never have time to respond to a call, I could say, hey, get back with me. I have a question I want to ask you. The people that never check up on you, the people that, never want to know that you're doing okay. You could have things going on in your life. They don't call you to check on you. I recently experienced a loss in my family, and this particular friend that I spend time with has yet to tell me that she just wants to acknowledge the loss and send out her condolences to me, but has texted me to ask me to go to an event. But she is aware that I had a significant loss in my family. And these are people that just really don't genuinely care much about what's going on with you. If you're constantly having to remind your friends to be friends, to call them, I have, people that I value that has been in my life for a long time, and I have to call them all the time. They never call me, but whenever I do call them, or if I text them, they will say, hey, I'm going to call you next week so we can catch up. Next week will come and go. And if I don't call them, months will go by. So that's a fair weather friend, So you have to know where they're the place where they belong. That doesn't mean you eliminate them from your life, but when you're trying to move forward in your life and you're trying to put people in your life that's going to be your tribe, your circle, then have the type of friendships that you give. The way that you are with people, those are the type of friendships that you want. Now, I am the type of person that I do like to give to others. I like to service the community. I like to do things for people. And oftentimes those things will not be reciprocated. But people that I consider to be my friends, those people that I link arm in arm with, in life, that I march in life with, I want those people to be the type of people who will love me unconditionally the way that I love them. So going into the new year, you want to evaluate those circles of people that you have in your life and know their place, know where they belong. Because sometimes the people that you love don't love you the same way. And oftentimes, and this was said to me, people will hate on you. And what they hate in you is often missing in them. So they can't give you those things because they're too busy being jealous of what you have that other people may love. So evaluate your circles, guys. Know who you're taking with you in 2020 as your tribe, as your friends. You know, because oftentimes, guys, friendships can be closer than family. Because oftentimes, you know, just the way life is, you move away and you build family through friendships. And so they're very significant. And even when you talk with doctors, therapists, psychologists, they will tell you oftentimes those friendships are just as valuable. Okay guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video. My camera overheated. I'm talking too much, that's what it's saying. But as I was saying, sometimes friendships are just as valuable as the relationships you have with your family. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. Be looking out for my video on New Year's Eve. We're going to celebrate together, or y'all might watch it later. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you again for all of the new subscribers. My ride or dies, I love you much. Remember, peace and love, and I'll see you.